Some of you may remember a certain little video I uploaded about a year ago, and it was called Artistic Envy. Well, I'm back with you here today because there were a lot of things I said in that video, and not all of them I agree with anymore. Because in a year, a lot of things can change, and this channel is all about us, growing and evolving together. So this is me telling you that I was wrong. So let's do a little bit of lead-in here first. If you're watching this video, I'm assuming that out there are artists making work that you love, and you are watching this video because you want to be able to make work that good too, and you don't understand why you can't do that, and you feel sad, and it does brew negativity, and you've come here because you want to know how to be more positive and how to push yourself in a good way so that you can make good artistic work too. And here is the tricky part. This is where I was wrong, and I am happy to admit that I have realized my mistake. When you have artists of different skill levels, there is an inherent difference from basketball players of different skill levels, or maybe mathematicians of different skill levels. And that is, it is much harder for us to perceive the artist as separate from their work. Culturally, mentally, there is a connection for us between the art that an artist produces and the artist themselves. And this totally makes sense because a piece of artwork that an artist makes is the sum of their life experiences and their feelings, usually. Okay, obviously there's loads of dumb Shrek scribbles out there, but even Shrek was a work of art produced from the artist's own personal experiences and humor and life perspective. Okay, no matter what the art is, man, it has a little bit of each person's identity inside of it. And that's not necessarily as close of a tie in basketball, for example. How does this tie back to artistic jealousy? Well, previously, what I talked about was competing with other artists. I said that if you had an artist you admired and felt jealous of, to use that to motivate yourself to work harder and to compete with that artist. But I'm not sure if it's morally right to think of it as competition anymore. Because it's one thing to compete with someone's level of skill in a piece of artwork, and a different thing to compete with that person. Because you can't compete at being a better human being. You can't compete at having better life experiences, or a better personality, or whatever it is that makes each of our art pieces unique. And that is what makes each artist's work unique. It's the sum of their identity and perspective and culture. And that is not something that we can compete on a level of. So here is my official amendment. While I still think you should see the artist you admire as maybe a potential goal for yourself, the goal isn't to become a better artist than them, because everybody should be making, awesome, rad artwork with all their culture and perspective and all of this great stuff, because I want variety in the world, and I want everybody to be making art, whether they're of a higher quality or a lower quality. I don't care. I want to see it all, okay? Throw the art at me. And when it's all said and done, you have to create a barrier, a bit of a separation between the human being, the artist, and the work they make. So maybe you can use analyzation to look at the artwork and to pick out certain elements that you like, that maybe you want to incorporate into your own work, and elements that you want to master, and those elements can become goals for you. So I can find artists that I think are really good with ink, and I can study their work with ink and try to master those techniques and compete in that sense, but I will never try to become better than that artist ever again, because that person I'm thinking of is not just the sum of their artwork. They are breathing people that have weird quirks and go out to coffee shops sometimes and have family and have weird hobbies and aren't just artists all the time. So remember that other people making art are humans too. People are not skill levels that you overcome. You do not level up as an artist because human beings don't level up to new levels of humanness, right? We're all just trying to make sense and meaning of the world, and we're all trying to just be happy with making art and expressing ourselves in whatever ways we can, even if maybe one person is better at drawing in perspective than somebody else is. Whew, it felt good to make this video, honestly. I just needed to get this off my chest because one of the important things about this channel is I want to make it clear that my views are not always right and that my opinions are always going to be evolving. And so I'm hoping that you guys will just, stick along on the ride with me and be open to discussion. And honestly, even now, I'm still not really sure how to feel about artists that are better than me, and I'm still going to feel insecure sometimes when I look at an artist's work that I feel like is magnificent and I'm just not there yet. Support each other all in the long run. I don't know if this is all just wishful thinking or me being naive, but this is how I feel at this moment.